Why, hello, everybody, and welcome to the Truly Odd podcast, where we bring you the latest in game news and movie news. I am your host, Joe Garcia, and with me is a special guest in X92.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
And if you want to know who this gentleman is, he's the person that does most of our fun artwork from this opening here. He's the one that provided us the Truly Odd with the popcorn and controller on my solo camera right here, and he's also the designer of our logo on our YouTube channel with the uh, running Game Boy.
Oh yeah, that's the good stuff.
So he's our personal artist. We'll call him that. But that being said, let's go ahead and grab our controllers, get our popcorn, and dive right on into these topics, shall we? Starting with our game news topics of the day, and our first game news topic is Little Nightmares 3 demo lets players explore the Necroplot. I'm gonna say that horribly wrong. Necropolis. There it is. Necropolis ahead of the October launch. Let's go ahead and take a look here at this article from from PC Gamer actually. So let's go ahead and break down some of the details. The the newly released demo offers 30-minute preview of Little Nightmares 3, introducing players to the eerie desert city of Necropolis and its monstrous inheritance, including a giant baby that stalks you every move. Players control low or alone, each equipped with unique tools, a bow and a wrench, and can experience the demo solo with an AI companion or via online co-op with the same platform. While the demo showcases cross mechanics and atmosphere, I'm probably reading that wrong. I don't care. Uh, Progress made won't transfer to the full game, which will officially launch on October 10th, 2025. So, X, what is your thoughts on Little Nightmares 3 demo?
Honestly, I'm gonna try to play it sometime today. I played a little bit of the first one. I'll be honest, I'm a pussy when it comes to certain things like that. Uh, so whenever I played the first one, it was pretty fun. It was really creepy. I didn't get a chance to play the second one, but if you can do this one co-op with somebody, maybe I won't be as much of a pansy and play it because I'll have someone to be scared with.
No, I get exactly. I actually think they switched it to co-op because there's been some games out there like, oh my god, what are those two? Split Fiction and the one
Yeah.
that won best game of the year. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but with the married couple. So I think that's why
Uh,
they introduced the co-op because of how great those games did. What do you think about that?
no, yeah, I agree with it. Also, I feel like a lot of games don't really have that as often as they used to, so it's actually really cool throwback to kind of old school gaming. You being able to sit down and play with someone. I think it's online, just online. I don't want to say that, but if you could do it like on the couch, that'd be fun,
I'm
especially with October coming around.
can't imagine them not having it be couch co-op. We'll have to see when we download the demo, but me and X are thinking about playing it after that we do this podcast. So maybe we'll take a look and come back and let you guys know how much of a pussy we both were playing
Uh,
the game. That being said, let's go ahead and move on to our next game news topic of the day. And our next game news topic is Escape from Tarkov. Players must repurchase the game to play it on Steam. Let's go ahead and take a look here at this article from IGN. So if you guys haven't played this game, I haven't even heard of this game before this article. What about you,
yeah,
X?
no, me neither. Not at all.
So apparently, according to this article, it says the following: Battle State Games confirms that existing Escape from Tarkov players must repurchase the game to access it via Steam, even if they've already owned it through their original launch. While players can link their Battlestake account, the Steam and retain progress through Steam and retain their progress, the equipment and the hold on the requirement sorry the requirement to repurchase regardless of edition has been wildly criticized and exploitative.
Exploitative.
Thank you.
Got it.
Longtime fans express frustration over the lack of free stream keys and past grievances, warning the negative reviews may flood the Steam once the game is launched on November 15th, 2025. So if you're wondering what exactly they're talking about, not only do they mention in this article, but let's go to their website right here. So their website, you can buy the standard edition for $50, the Left Behind edition for 82, Prepare for Escape for 110, and the Unheard for $195. Regardless of which one you purchase here, you're gonna have to repurchase it when they launch the game on Steam on November 25. So this company is basically double dipping on their players that play this game. X, what do you think about this?
I think it's terrible. I think that's really messed up, man. I can't imagine having to buy the same game. Well, I don't know. I don't want to say that because I remember I bought Skyrim like 7 times.
Okay. Why'd
So
you buy
I
Skyrim
can't.
7 times?
Um, I don't know. I bought it, played it, loved it, sold it. Then I missed it. Then I was like, let me go get it again. Bought it, played it, sold it. I did this multiple times.
I
I
see.
don't
So
buy.
that's more something
Yeah,
you
that's
did
more
as
me.
opposed to the
Like,
company.
That's more me. That was a me thing, not like the company is forcing me to rebuy something that I already purchased. That's what I said. It's kind of messed up. I can't imagine that. They're gonna lose a lot of face value for
Yeah,
sure.
I think a lot of players aren't going to be, especially depending on how much they're going to be selling it on Steam. If it's $20, maybe some players will bite the bullet. But if they have to repurchase it at $82, there's no way players are going to continue to play
Yeah,
this game.
I can't imagine having to purchase a game like, especially if you were dedicated to it and the product itself and bought the top tier $250 and then had to pay again that $250. Like, no.
Yeah, it's gonna be ridiculous. So I think with the backlash from all these fans and comments, negative reviews for when the game's released in November, probably will end up releasing some Steam keys to some players. So we'll see what ends up happening. Okay, all that being said, let's go ahead and move on to our next game news topic of the day. And our next game news topic is regarding Assassin's Creed Black Flag Remake. It's reportedly cutting out all the outside the Animus scenes throughout the game. This comes to us from IGN. Let's go ahead and take a look. Now, if I'm taking a while to cutting between screens, forgive me. It's just that I have to adjust my computer so we can bring in X here for this review. So forgive me for taking some time. But
It's my fault. Sorry, guys.
yeah, it's his fault. You can blame him. But let's go ahead and take a look here. A new report claims that Ubisoft's Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag remake will eliminate all modern day segments, focusing solely on the pirate era content. Longtime players argue that the removal of the present day narrative undermines the franchise's core ideals, while many call it a big disappointment and a loss of overarching story coherence. I hope I'm saying that word right.
No,
Anyways, to
you got it.
to compensate, the remake will reportedly expand on Edward Kenway's storyline, including new materials for Mary Reed and overhaul combat and gear system to match modern Assassin's Creed titles. So, X, what are your thoughts on them removing all the outside the Animus segments for Black Flag?
Um, Honestly, from what I remember, like the all of the stuff that happened outside of the Animus was kind of like not really that important. So it's kind of like the equivalent of like filler. Like it didn't really have much to do with the main story of what was happening in the actual game. So I mean, it doesn't really hurt the overall product of the game, especially seeing as how like throughout the Assassin's Creeds that followed, they didn't continue to add outside the Animus stuff, So that would be like the last game that actually tried to add modern day stuff to the actual franchise. So I don't know. I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Yeah, I think with the death of Desmond from Assassin's Creed 3, after that, it was kind of pointless to do modern day stuff. My hope was eventually the franchise would go to modern day with you taking over Desmond as the new assassin in modern day. But
Yeah.
with Black Flag, him not being part of that modern day story, I think it was kind of pointless to have it there. But I understand why players would be kind of religious in having it kind of to the original of what it was first released, because it's nostalgic and it takes them back to when they first played it. So I think this is a double edged sword. You have players that are excited to just focus on what the assassin is for the pirate era, and you have other players wanting to just go back to the original storytelling for what the game was released. So it's a tough call there for me. What about you?
I feel like if they cut it out, it wouldn't really make that big of a deal. Should be fine. It'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine. I think it'll
It'll
still
be
sell well.
fine.
I honestly think that this was the last good Assassin's Creed game in my
Oh,
opinion.
yeah.
I
Yep.
played Unity, Syndicate. There was another one I played in between there, and I just didn't like. Which
Valhalla.
Valhalla, yeah. Which is funny because I beat Syndicate, I beat Unity, and I still didn't like them, even though I played
You
them all the way.
beat Unity?
I did.
Oh,
I beat Unity.
nah,
I did. So I beat both those games, and I still didn't like it. So
nah.
I don't know. But yeah, I think I would like for them to remaster the original Assassin's Creed game. I don't know why they're going to part four, even though it's probably one of the most popular ones. But I would like them to reboot the first personal.
Yeah.
What about you? If you had to choose between all the Assassin's Creed game, which one would you want them to remake?
3.
Three? Oh, you like three? I enjoyed three as well. That's a good one.
Yeah.
All right, guys, but let us know what you guys think. What Assassin's Creed game would you like them to remake, and what do you think of them getting rid of the modern day stuff? That being said, let's go ahead and move on to our next movie news topic of the day. And our next movie news topic is regarding the Elder Scrolls Online devs want the game to last for over 30 years. This comes to us from IGN again. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the details they want for this game lasting 30 years. Following internal restructuring and layoffs at ZeniMax Online Studios, Nick, god damn it. This guy's last name has been bothering me since I read this damn article. I'll let you say it, X. What's his last name?
Giacomini.
Yeah, Giacomini. Forgive me if we're pronouncing that wrong. Nick Giacomini has taken over as the game director, with Rich Lambert stepping into into a studio wide role. Both are committed to evolving Elder Scrolls Online for long term success. The team is moving away from its predictable character based cycle to a more flexible seasonal content model, allowing faster integration, better player feedback integration, and deeper mechanical and visual updates. Plans include vamping combat feel, zone design, graphical fidelity, while improving transparency and communications with players, laying the groundwork for Elder Scrolls Online to remain relevant for decades. So, X, how do you feel that they are making their changes to make this game last for the next 30 years?
30 years is a long time. But I mean, if they're dedicated enough to it, I'm sure there's a big enough following out there for it, because I mean, World of Warcraft is around for like ever, you know? Like, so games can have longevity as long as like they kind of appeal to the players that are, you know, spending all of their time and all their money into it. Like, I can see it working. It's just, hopefully they do right by the players that are supporting the system, supporting the actual title itself.
Yeah, it's definitely tough to see how a game like this could be lasting for 30 years. 30 years. I think the downside is, let's give an example for like Overwatch. That game is a live service game. That game's constantly being updated and evolving. But what they had to do was they had to bring out an Overwatch 2 because they wanted players to rejoin the fray and come back to the game and try it this whole new systems and whole new things. Whereas if they just updated the original, they probably wouldn't have got that new players incoming. And I think that's the problem that Elder Scrolls Online is going to have, trying to get when they release a new DLC or new whatever you want to call it updates, that they're not going to get that new players coming in to check it out because it's a game that they've already either not played or it's not a sequel game. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I can agree with that. I mean, there was a similar situation with Destiny. Like whenever the first Destiny came out, remember it was supposed to be around like forever, and they were just going to add on to it, add on to it, add on to it. Same thing. They ended up having to come out with the Destiny 2 over time and add that way. And then I don't know. I don't know what they did wrong, but
I can tell you what they did wrong. I can fucking tell you exactly what Destiny did wrong. What Destiny did wrong was they, specifically number one, what they did wrong was they're like, hey, you beat the game. Okay, we have a whole new story, and it's the same fucking map. It's the same level that you have to play. Just a new fucking reskinned bad guy that you have to beat at the end.
Hey.
I'm just saying, that's where they messed up.
Hey, I have over 2,000 hours of Destiny 1.
So,
all right?
so you have over 1,000 of wasted time in Destiny. That's what you're telling me. That's what you're telling me.
Put some respect on Bungie, all right?
Well, I don't mind it. My problem with the game was what it was supposed to be is what's that one game, Worlds, that open world?
Sky?
No, it was supposed to be No Man's Sky meets Destiny. That's what it was supposed to be. You're supposed to be able to travel to new planets, and it was supposed to generate and stuff like that. That's what they said initially.
That is true.
So even with Destiny 2, they still didn't get that to come to fruition. Yeah. So it's sad to see that. But that being said, Elder Scrolls Online, I think they're going to have a difficult time bringing in new customers and new players. Because even me, I'm not a fan of the Elder Scrolls game just in general. So they haven't really captured me. So to get someone like me interested in what they have going on, maybe they can do a marketing push and really do good. But I can't see myself ever joining the fray.
Yeah, I agree.
But all right, well, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Are you excited that you're going to get Elder Scrolls Online for possibly the next 30 years? Or are you like me and X where you're probably not really interested in what they got going on? Let us know what you guys think in the comments down. That being said, let's move on to our next and our last game news topic of the day. Excuse me, guys. And our last game news topic is about Borderlands 4 performance gets worse the longer you play on console. Let's go ahead and take a look at this article from IGN. It looks like performance is being a big issue, and some of the lead devs are fucking being assholes. Let's go ahead and take a look here. Players report worsening frame rate and static drop during extended playing sessions on console, especially on the PS5 Pro, possibly due to an unconfirmed memory leak. Gearbox Randy Pitchford acknowledged the issue on social media and advised players to quit and reset the game every few hours until the proper patch is released. Despite strong Steam numbers, backlash is mounting over technical issues, lack of patch notes, and controversial developer comments, including Pitchford telling upset players to refund the game. Which is a very interesting thing to tell players, if you ask me. But X, what do you think about What do you think about this being released for consoles, nonetheless, of an executive saying these comments?
Well, the comment itself, that was pretty ballsy. But as far as the actual performance of the game, I don't know. I think I don't have really like a lot of expectations whenever it comes to like Borderland games. I know a lot of people, kind of live in that realm, like really big fans of it. I know a couple people that really, really love Borderlands. I played the first one, second one, and third one. It's kind of just like a standard looter shooter. I mean, if anything, like the godfather of looter shooters. As far as the performance, I feel for a AAA game, like, you shouldn't be too many performance issues like that. Not like that. Like, of course, there's going to be bugs after any launch, but that's unacceptable. It's just like, no, man. Come on. You guys should know better by now. Unless it's Fallout. Fallout always... Fallout having bugs is literally part of the game. If there's a Fallout without a bug, I don't want it.
It's part of the charm of Fallout.
It's part of the charm.
Yeah.
It's like getting into like a broke down car. Like initially you don't want to get in because it looks like a piece of crap, but you know you're going to have fun.
Yeah. And it gets you from point A to point B.
And it gets you from point A to point B. And there's a lot of good stories along the way. So
yeah, for me, as someone that's been in the game industry for 10 years, I can't stand games being released in this state because if you have proper QA and proper testing being done, this should have been caught. You're supposed to test on not only dev kits but actual live kits. So I think the problem here is that the studio had dev kits that they were running on, and as the game was coming close to release, they didn't give a proper release to the testing team for them to play on an actual live PS5 Pro console for extended periods of time to make sure players can play through it all. So I think that's the problem that they came across here for that. And it just lets me know that they probably weren't focused on a lot of the testing aspects for this. Sad to say, for me. As far as his comments are concerned, I think that's pretty fucked up. You telling your players to refund the game like that, like I mean, I understand your thing is successful and one commenter's only $60, but goddamn, like it's not a good thing
Yeah,
to tell.
it's pretty ballsy, man.
Yeah, and then the other tweet saying it like I can't. Hey guys, go ahead and reset your shit until we fix it. Like no, like that just
No, yeah, but I mean, if you really look at the games that are being made, like if you play if you play Borderlands, hear the banter. Like the banter comes from the people that create it, so you shouldn't be too surprised.
yeah, that's yeah, you're not wrong about that. But yeah, guys, let us know what you guys think of the Borderlands team's comments and them releasing with such a major bug for the game, and let us know what you guys think in the comments down below. And that does it for our video game news topics of the day, guys. We're going to go ahead and move on to our movie news topic. And our first movie news topic is kind of something we discussed yesterday. Yesterday we had the first look at the Anaconda reboot, but today they dropped its first trailer. So X, let us know what you think of this first trailer for the Anaconda reboot.
I watched it a little bit before we started recording. Um, man, I watched the first Anaconda, a long time ago, and watching what they released now, I want to watch the new Anaconda more, so much more, and I don't know why. It's so weird. Like Paul Rudd, Jack Black,
Blackjack.
you know, like I figured it was gonna like I was really confused because you watch first Anaconda, you would never expect Paul Rudd or Jack Black, but watching the trailer, it was good. It was fun. It was fun to watch. It looked like it was gonna be a lot of fun to watch that movie in theaters. It was just like it was funnier than it should have been. Like it felt like almost like a spoof, like I don't know, it was weird, but I liked it. It just worked. Um, it was a really good trailer. And I don't go to the movies very often, but goddamn, I might go to the movies to see that.
I understand exactly how you feel. I was very surprised by this trailer. After looking at the first images, I thought it was going to be the typical reboot where, they just new characters going through the same scenario as the original. But the fact that the Anaconda movie is an actual thing in this universe and they want to make a sequel and they have no money, so they're just
Yeah.
going out in the wild, doing it themselves and finding an actual Anaconda, and then chaos and hilarity ensues. And there's this scene in the trailer. I mean, it's no spoilers. It's in the trailer. So if you guys are interested in seeing it, I'll have everything in the description down below if you guys want to take a look at
Definitely
it for
watch.
yourself. But
So
the fact that they thought Jack Black's character was eaten, so they strapped a pig to his back to use him as bait, just had me dying, especially when he started waking up and running around with the pig on his back. It was just so funny, and the trailer did what a trailer's supposed to do. It sold me on the movie and it made me want to see it. And I think that's the best compliment I can ever give a trailer. It made me want to watch the movie.
most definitely.
All right, guys, but let us know what you guys thought of the Anaconda reboot trailer. Are you guys interested in seeing it, and did you enjoy it as much as we did? All that being said, let's go ahead and move on to our next movie news topic of the day, and our next movie news topic is as follows. Looks like James Gunn's Superman movie is set to premiere on HBO Max this September 19th, following its $615 million box office run. Let's go ahead and take a look at this article from Hollywood Reporter. Let's go ahead and give you guys some of the details here. Superman, the first DC Studios release under James Gunn and Peter Safran's under Peter Gunn, under James Gunn and Peter Safran will premiere on HBO Max on September 19th. With a $225 million production budget, the film has earned approximately $615 million globally, becoming the first DC title to cross the 600 million mark since The Batman in 2002. Uh, David Cornsweet leads as Superman, joined by Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane, Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor, and a supporting ensemble including Nathan Fillion, Isabella Merced, and Anthony Carrigan. Carrigan. That nigga.
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah.
But let me know what you. So let me know what you think, X. What do you think about it being released on HBO Max so soon after its initial release?
I think it's good. It's a good thing. Like I don't think like nowadays a lot of people don't really go to the movie theaters as much as they used to. So I think a lot of these these movies being released digitally on the platforms, it's actually pretty cool. Like it's really cool. I like it. I like being able to watch movies 2 or 3 months after it's released in the movie theaters. Because I remember, not to date myself, but back in the day, it used to be like a year, and then it would be out on a VHS after it came out in movie theaters. Um, but I think it's going to be really fun. I like that they released the Batman movie not too far after it was released in movie theaters. I watched it in theaters and I watched it at home, and it was fun. I liked it. I would have bought it. I would have bought it 10 times every time. I would have rented it every day because that movie was awesome. So I can see this working out. It's going to be really good. If anything, more people will be able to see it and then be more excited for the next title that's going to be released following.
Well, I have a little note here. It says Superman, the first DC studio release under James Gunn and Peter Safran. That was actually Creature Commandos on HBO Max. And now with Peacemaker being out on HBO, it looks like that the first Suicide Squad might have been the first DC movie. Just
Oh,
going based off of kind of what they've made canon somewhat
yeah.
from the show. But besides that, I honestly think, while I agree with you, it's nice that we get movies so soon after they've been released in theaters at home for digital and streaming. My big issue is that I feel like movies are kind of, they used to be experiential events not only when they were released in theaters. So, and a good example would be The Matrix, in my opinion. You went to the movie
Ooh,
theaters, you
yeah.
saw it, you had a great time, and then 6 months, 8 months later, maybe even a year later, you see that it's releasing on DVD, and you're like, "Oh shit, Matrix is coming to DVD!" And it's another event. It's a must buy. You have to go get it because you remembered seeing it. Almost the nostalgia feels, and now you kind of don't get that anymore. If you watch a movie, for example, Fantastic Four, I think was phenomenal, and instead of me going back to the theaters and seeing it a second time, I'm like, "Oh, I'll see it on streaming in 2 months." So the theater and the studio just lost money from people wanting to go see the movie a second or third time in theaters. Back in the day, you had to watch The Matrix 2 or 3 times, otherwise you would have to wait a whole year before you could buy it, or any other movie. But now it's like, do I really want, like The Long Walk? I wanted to watch that, but I'm like, it'll be on streaming in a couple months. Why do I want to waste my money?
That is true.
Yeah, the only reason I kind of want to watch movies now instead of waiting for it to go on streaming is because I'm doing this podcast, and it'd be interesting to bring the movies forward to the audience. But my audience ain't big enough to be going to the movies constantly right now. So, but yeah, that's my feelings on it. So yeah, I think it's a hindrance to the movie at the moment. To movies at the
Maybe
moment.
movies just aren't. I don't know. Okay, when's the last time you seen a movie and then turned right back around to go watch it again?
Avengers Endgame.
Nice. Mine was Black Mass
Black Mass. Yeah. Oh yeah,
with
that was a good one.
Johnny Depp, and yeah, that
Or
movie
you
was.
know what? No, actually, it wasn't Avengers game. It was Deadpool and Wolverine. That was actually the most recent one.
Hey, you know what? I almost went back, but for sure Black Mass.
Yeah, I saw Deadpool and Wolverine 7 times in
Yeah.
theaters. Well, because like I went with me and my brother,
No,
and,
no, man.
and then I had to take my
Yeah.
lady, and then I had to
No.
take my my mom.
Nah, man. You could have done all that one shot, 2 shots tops.
Yeah, no,
You just wanted to go see
I
that.
wanted to go see it again.
You just wanted to
Absolutely.
go see that movie.
All right, guys. Well, let us know what you guys think of Superman coming to HBO Max so early. What do you guys think? And are you excited to rewatch it again on streaming? That being said, let's go ahead and move on to our next movie news topic. And our next movie news topic is regarding James Wan's other mommy, sorry, being delayed from May to October of 2026. Let's go ahead and take a look at this article from Hollywood Reporter. Um, Universal has pushed other mommy. Sorry, I keep wanting to say other mother for some reason. Uh, Universal has pushed other mommy from May 8th to October 9th, 2026, positioning it for a prime Halloween season debut. Directed by Robert Savage from Hostel and the Boogeyman fame, and produced by James Wan's Atomic Monster, the film stars Jessica Chastain, Jay Duplass. Oh, I'm not saying these fucking names. Arabella Olivia Clark, and what is this? Ditchin Latchman. That guy.
Ditching, yeah, Ditching Latchman.
Ditchin Latchman, based on Josh Marlim's novel, in incidents around the house. The story follows a young girl haunted by a sinister entity that must convince her to let it in. So, X, what are your thoughts on this movie being delayed? Do you think they just wanted to capitalize on the Halloween season, or do you think they're having issues with their production?
Nah, they're probably pushing it just to fall into the Halloween season. Honestly, I mean, I can't see any other reason why they would delay it. In my opinion. Other than that, I have nothing else to say because I don't watch scary movies.
I would tend to agree with you. You know, James Wan, he's been very successful with his Saw franchise, the Conjuring franchise. I think he's also a part of the Insidious franchise, if I'm not mistaken. So
Right.
James Wan has done absolutely phenomenal with horror films. So I'm pretty sure that this movie probably ended up being better than they thought, and they wanted it to go to an October release. It's probably not a packed October season in 2026. I can't imagine there being a lot of releases. As far as I'm concerned, the only movies releasing in 2026 in my mind are Avengers, Doomsday, and Spider Man. Those are the only ones I could really think of. And I think we're getting Supergirl too, possibly in either
Yeah.
2026 or 2027. But yeah, I can't think of any October releases for them, so it makes sense for them to move it to that season. I think it'll probably be beneficial for them. And honestly, these movies are so low budget and they do so well. They make it for chump change almost what they make these horror movies for. So I think it's going to be successful regardless of where you put it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. All that being said, let's move on to our next movie news topic. And our next movie news topic is regarding the AI enhanced Wizard of Oz at the Sphere earned $65 million in selling over 500,000 tickets since its August premiere. Let's go ahead and take a look at this article from Billboard.com. Where is it at? Here. Okay. Since August 28th debut, the AI assisted remake of Wizard of Oz at the Las Vegas Sphere has generated over 65 million tickets sold, or $65 million in ticket sales, and more than 500,000 tickets sold. Madison Square Garden reveals that the film has cost up to 100 million to produce, making it a key part of the Sphere's original programming strategy, alongside titles like Postcards from Earth and VU2. I don't know what the hell those are. Uh, the Fear's success with non-live content like The Wizard of Oz. Support CEO James Dolan's ordered vision, including plans for the Fear venue in Dubai, announced in late 2024. So X, what are your thoughts on The Wizard of Oz, a 70 plus year old movie making $60 million in one venue in Vegas at the Sphere?
I mean, just goes to show like how well things were made back then. Like stories. Like no, I'm just saying like, like if you really take in consideration how old the movie was, how it was produced, like it's so like blah compared to now. But the story was good. It was like an adventure. It was fun. Like Even whenever the little midget hung himself in the background, like it was still
Oh, no! Oh
it happened.
no!
True. It's a story. It happened.
I hope they didn't enhance that for the sphere.
No, they took it out. I was actually really disappointed in that. Not
Uh,
because I wanted to see it happen. But
have you seen some of the clips online of what they did at the sphere with having the tornado be all wide and the fans inside dropping the apples when the apples tree dropped? Have you seen some
yeah,
of the
man, that
clips?
was so crazy. That was so, like I said, like that's so much fun. Like, so it makes sense, especially like you know the story already. We've seen the story. Everyone knows the story. Everyone knows the story. Doesn't matter how old, how young. Like everyone knows Wizard of Oz. Everyone. So imagine knowing the story, living with the story, and then being able to like kind of be in the story more or less, like with the special effects and everything. Like that's so much fun. So it makes sense that it made the money that it made. It sold the way that it sold. Um, that's really good for them.
I would definitely agree with you on that. And this kind of connects to a story we talked about a week ago in regards to the Sphere as well. They've also been in talks with other studios to get possibly Star Wars, to get Lord of the Rings, and even Harry Potter to get it AI enhanced for the Sphere and experience like that. What movie would you like to see in that kind of environment where they enhance the screen like that?
I thought of like 10,000 inappropriate things. So I was just gonna go with like the softest thing, like the brave little toaster, like
50 Shades of Grey.
50 Shades of Grey. Yeah,
I will rent out that theater to myself, and someone will have to clean up afterwards.
I'm gonna have to walk out with a couple of
I
towels,
I
but
don't
it'll
know.
be
You know
worth
what?
it.
I'd like to see Showgirl instead of 50
Oh
Shades of
God,
Grey.
just the pool scene alone, Jesus.
No, I think something like Star Wars, something like Lord of the Rings would be
Or Fast and Furious.
absolutely phenomenal in something like. Well, I mean, there you go. Come here, Obi-Wan. You're my only hope.
I, I think Fast and the Furious has tornadoes now. That'd be fun.
I don't know if I'd be able to watch Fast and the Furious in the Sphere. That would be kind of ridiculous. The other thing is, I think this movie, yeah, it's made $65 million, but you got to remember the tickets are anywhere between $150 to $500 depending on where you're sitting.
Oof.
But the fact that they sold 500,000 tickets is ridiculous. So the Vegas is the perfect place for a opportunity like this, for an experience like this. And the fact that they're going to open one up in Dubai makes sense, where that's where a lot of the money goes. A lot of rich people go there, so it's going to make sense that they're going to open up a Sphere there. But my hope is eventually, like AMC teams up with the Sphere to have an experience kind of like how IMAX does. Maybe not as grand as the Sphere is, but kind of like how some IMAX screens aren't actually IMAX. They're a
Yeah.
little smaller, so I think something like that would benefit AMC or Regal Theaters teaming up with them. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. I think this is a great success, and I can't wait to see what else that they do. And hopefully, I'll get a chance to head to the Sphere and check it out for myself one of these.
Dude, that'd be pretty dope.
I think that would be awesome. Hey, birthday wishes. Forget, bro.
Oh,
Hey,
sausage party.
sausage party at the Sphere. Yes, that would be great.
Okay.
You know what? Actually, I just watched Demon Slayer Infinity Castle. I think that in the Sphere would be pretty bitchin', bro. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie.
that'd be dope.
All right, but let us know what you guys think. Movie would you guys not in? Go ahead. What inappropriate movie would you like to see in the Sphere? Let us know what you
Let
guys
it
think
happen.
in the comments down below. All right, guys, we're moving on to our last movie news topic of the day, and our last movie news topic is as follows. Looks like Paul Walter Hauser has joined Austin Abrams and in Zach Krager's Resident Evil reboot for Sony. Go ahead and take a look here. Following the success of Weapons, Zach Krager will direct and co-write a fresh adaptation of Resident Evil for Sony Pictures, with Paul Walter Hauser and Austin Abrams confirmed to star. The film is co-financed by Constance Films and PlayStation Productions, with a theatrical release set for September 18, 2026. While the story details remain secret, the reboot is expected to blend horror, sci-fi, and action, staying true to the Capcom's iconic franchise roots while introducing a new narrative direction. So, Xavier, what do you think of Paul Walter Hauser joining the Resident Evil remake or reboot?
I feel like I have to see Weapons.
Oh, you have not seen Weapons.
Why? Look at me. You know. You know. You know.
He doesn't like
Don't,
he
don't
doesn't like scary things, guys.
I don't watch scary stuff. I'm just not that guy. Like, I'm
Well,
just not.
when we get a bigger following, I'm gonna do a horror night segment where we're getting just pure reactions from you watching scary movies you've never seen before.
If you get the followers, I'll be there.
Right.
If you get the followers, if you get like, if you hit like a 500 mark, 1,000, whatever it is, whatever it takes, I will be there.
All right, good to know.
I'll be really scared.
But as someone that has seen Weapons, having Zach Krager attached to this, it makes me very excited because Weapons storytelling was very good, the acting was phenomenal, and I'm very curious what he's going to do with a franchise that's not original. From my knowledge, Barbarian and Weapons are both original stories told by him. So to see how he's going to adapt a story from Capcom's Resident Evil, I'm very curious how that's going to turn out, and I think it'll turn out very, very well. As far as Paul Walter Hauser joining, I feel like he's getting in everything. He's going to be starring as Chris Farley in the Chris Farley biopic. He was just in the Fantastic Four movie. And I feel like I've seen him pop up in a bunch of movies here and there. So it's a Paul Walter Hauser world right now, and I think he's doing very successful. And I think that's awesome for someone of his stature and his comedic timing to get all the. I feel like he is a kind of Chris Farley, modern day Chris Farley. Even though I don't think he's as funny or as animated as Chris Farley was, seeing someone like him come forward and doing all these performances, I think is
nice.
Have you seen Paul Walter Hauser in anything recently, or do you know of any of his performances?
Absolutely not.
I don't even know who Austin Abrams is. Let's see what he's been in recently. Let me pull this up for you guys. I'm gonna switch off just in case I have bad history. I don't want you guys to read. Austin Abrams is. Oh, he was in Weapons. Oh, he was the little guy in Weapons. I didn't know that.
The little guy?
Well, not the little guy. He was like the crackhead in Weapons.
Ah.
This is Austin Abrams right here, if you're curious who I'm talking about. But yeah, he was in Weapons. He's a good actor. I think he would do well in this role. No notes there. And yeah, that's a wrap for today's episode of the Truly Odd Podcast, guys. X, do you want to say anything before we go?
It was a delight to be here, sir. It was a lot of fun. I look forward to you inviting me again if it does well. Yeah, I'm down.
Oh yeah, we'll probably make it a once a week thing where you come in and join us for an episode.
All scary movies, aside.
All scary movies aside.
get the numbers. Follow this man, and I'll do stuff.
Follow this man, and I'll do stuff your girl won't do.
I'll do stuff I'll regret later.
All right, guys. That being said, thank you so much for joining us. If you like this episode, please like and subscribe. And always, guys, remember, stay true, be odd.